Welcome back to The Interview. I'm your host, Susan Lee MacDonald. When Lady Gaga and will.i.am step outside, everyone wants to know who they are wearing. These fashion trendsetters and worldwide stars go only for the best. And when they come to Korea, they go to today's very special guest store, Yun-hyoung, the fashion designer to the stars. Let's go meet her. From the Black Eyed Peas to Marilyn Manson, and even Hallyu stars like Girls' Generation, the designer to the stars, Yun-hyoung. Starting off as a women's wear designer, she has broken into the realm of menswear with a look that's hard to ignore. Daughter to the famous Korean designer Sul Yun-hyoung, she was studying to be a classical cellist, but decided to follow her heart to work in fashion. Later, Yun-hyoung and her brand Resurrection became known throughout the world for its attention to detail and powerful style. She has shown her collection globally, and in collaboration with other artists and designers, she both inspires and is inspired to continue designing. Each of her striking collections exude confidence through their construction, color scheme, and attention to detail. I meet up with the designer to the stars, Yun-hyoung, here on The Interview. So great to meet you, Ji-young.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. I'm very blessed to have you here.
Oh, I'm so honored to be here in your store, Resurrection.
Yes.
I love the name of your store. How did you come up with Resurrection?
Resurrection. Let's say I kind of like the pronunciation of the resurrection. I kind of like the words resurrection. Doesn't have to be really huge meaning of the resurrection.
Yeah, but I love it. It's such an awesome atmosphere here. This whole wall is just crucifixes.
Yes.
You must really like crucifixes.
This is my collection for the resurrection. When I travel, I collect the crosses from everywhere, even like flea markets or like the antique stores and. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank
you. I love
you.
how everything is red, gold, and black.
It's my main colors.
Nice. My favorite colors
Yes.
too. And this is a very interesting piece.
Oh, that's my favorite artist. His name is Hallyu, and he has very unique kind of statuettes. And also I have this mushroom head over there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, I love how you have these incredible pieces, and it emphasizes how lovely your things are. Well, I'm looking right over here, and I feel like I've stepped back into the 12th century.
Yes, this is my cathedral, the Gothic kind of architecture that I really like.
I love it.
Thank you,
Oh my
thank
gosh.
you.
These chairs are incredible. Are we going to get to sit here later?
Yes, please.
Oh my gosh. It's fantastic. And, I hear that you have 4 different floors in your building.
Yes. Actually, we have a first floor is our showroom, and the second is my showroom. My mom's showroom, first floor, and then second floor is my showroom, and third floor is workroom, and the fourth floor is factory. So we have whole system going together.
All in one, the haute couture building all in one.
Yes.
Can we go see your design workshop and factory?
Okay, but it's kind of a little bit messy. Is it okay with
Absolutely.
you?
I think our audience would love to see just how you guys work.
All right.
And
Okay.
that'd be awesome.
All right, let's
Great.
go.
Show me the way.
All right.
So, Ji-young, where are we?
This is my workroom, designing workroom.
Oh, the designing room.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, look at all these fabrics.
Yes.
Wow, this is a designer's dream here.
Well, this is the pictures for the latest collection.
Oh, okay.
You can see these. The top line is a New York Fashion Week that I showed, and this bottom is the Seoul collection.
Okay. Wow. So do you use different clothings for the different?
Of course, I have to mix and match, and I'll show you the examples.
Okay.
Let's say I have the same outfits. You see the 4 different models, but the same outfits. And this is the most important process for the whole collection, because I need to choose the right models for the right outfit.
Wow, it's amazing how the clothes look very different on each person.
Yes, the model is very important because they present the clothes.
This is incredible. I see that you've got a lot of designs underneath here. Is this is this okay for me to touch here?
Of course, of course. I would love to show it to you. Well, I'll explain to you. This is her collection for the FW season. And I designed the jackets first.
I see.
And then I mix match with pants that I have for the season, like this. And then we play with it, you know, some different colors and different materials, and yeah.
You know, this actually reminds me, this is probably like so inappropriate, but when I was a kid, I grew up in Busan, and I played with these paper cutout things.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Where you had like a paper doll, and you could just folded the clothes over. This is like a much,
exactly.
a very high-end version.
Right, but I used the real living model.
Yes, and real clothes. That's beautiful. Wow.
This is the most hard part of my work. You got to match with the right colors and right mixture, the fabrics, and right shape.
Wow.
So this is the most important thing for the collection.
Wow. So this is where you spend most of your time and
designing.
Where do you actually make the clothes?
It's upstairs.
Yeah. Can we go take a look?
Okay. Yeah? Let's go.
Okay, great. Hey. So is this your factory?
Yes, welcome in. This is our factory. Yes, manufacture and pattern making is going on here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at all this activity.
Yes, they're working, not even looking at us.
It's incredible. This is a pretty large setup you have here.
Yes, we do have the pattern. This is pattern desk right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you see all the pictures that I done for the season. So you see all the this is the final dress rehearsal. Okay. So we gotta pick something's wrong with this outfits or fitting not well. So we just fix everything here. So we do pattern fixing here at the desk.
So this is kind of like the quality control process here.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Wonderful. Wow. This is where all the activity happens. And so do you have, how many people do you have working with you?
Right now it's about like 20, 25 people working.
Lots of people to support.
It's really hard to control the manufacturing going on, the scheduling and stuff. Yeah.
But I imagine that because you have everything in-house, that you can kind of control.
It's very convenient. You go up and down and work, check. I mean, during the collection seasons, I need to see the clothes making, going on right now. I need to see. So it's very easier for me walking back and forth. So it's very convenient.
That's great. Wow. Well, you certainly look like you are just very devoted to your work, because this seems like you've taken a lot of steps to ensure that it's the best quality clothing too. Yeah.
Yes, it's really hard work.
It's been great seeing your factory, but I can't wait to go downstairs and get right into the interview with you.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's go.
Great. We just have come down from your factory and your design studios, and I have to say, it's pretty amazing to know that you have everything in this one building.
Right. It's more convenient that I see that everything's going on together. Otherwise, it's going to be chaos.
I can imagine, especially with so many new designs for your new collection. I just imagine.
For the season, it was I was thinking about this military uniforms, and also transformed to kind of resurrection colors. So I use lots of blacks, but different materials. And for the color palette, I used olive khaki and lots of greens and blacks.
Wow, I love the very masculine style, and I would love to ask you about why you decided to focus more on menswear as opposed to women's wear.
Wow, that's an interesting question. Well, I started as a women's wear designer, and I came to Korea in 1997, and then I worked with my mom for 10 years. Well, actually, I was worked as a stylist at that time also, and a lot of musicians were requested me for doing their styles, and it was really hard to find a menswear design and menswear collections with a lot of details and delicate, just some different designs and lots of details. So why should I do like some different menswear? So that's why I started menswear designer.
Wow. And now you are known as the designer to the stars. I mean, everyone who's anyone has come through your store in the past number of years, from Lady Gaga, Girls' Generation, recently Lee Sung, and
Lenny Kravitz.
And Lenny Kravitz, Will I Am.
Yes.
I mean, the list goes on and on. And why do you think it is that your designs appeal to those super celebrities?
Well, as I told you, it's really difficult to find menswear with such delicate details. And also I experiment lots of different fabrics to mix and match together. So I think that's why the rock stars love that kind of details. Yeah. And also because I'm a woman, because I have like privilege to make men more attractive. I don't know. Wow. That's why, yeah.
Well, all I can say is that just looking at the photos of your models and looking at some of the pictures of the celebrities with your clothes, it really makes a stand. Like, it really makes them unique.
Yes,
and it's not like some preppy guy with a polo shirt, or just even a regular type of suit. And it's a very kind of sexy, masculine style.
Yes, and I used to make a very fitted silhouette for men, and I guess they really like it because it makes you more slimmer. So probably.
Now, what if someone is actually like a double extra large and has a big tummy? Like, could they actually shop at your store?
No, I mean, of course. I mean, you have to have the right fitting, and it makes you more slimmer and longer. So I guess great fitting is very important for menswear.
I gotcha. Wow. And speaking of the celebrities, you've worked with Will I Am for a new collection.
Yes.
I'd love to hear more about that.
Okay, Will and I met in 2000, I believe it's 2007. I was having this PR agency in LA, and Will's stylist came to see my collection, and he was kind of surprised that he found my collection, and he introduced to Will, and he was just falling in love with it. And I met him right away in Paris, and and right now we're just like mutual friends right now, and I'm collaborating with Will to create some new collection. It's called I Am by Resurrection. So I'm preparing the capsule collection right now, and you can see the collection, I believe, next fall winter.
Okay, so 2012 fall winter we'll be able to see the Will.
Yes,
the
I Am by Resurrection.
Okay.
Yes.
And I imagine that it doesn't hurt to have the super celebrities wearing their clothes and giving you a lot of PR. Yes?
Free PR.
So recently it was Lenny Kravitz who came to Korea.
Oh my gosh, yes. He was my hero when I was in high school or middle school. I always listened to his music, and he was such a great person to work with, and he loved my collection. And he picked some of the jackets that he really liked. So I'm going to make new pieces for him and give it to him.
Wow.
It's my honor, It's great to meet somebody that I really loved, and admire of.
So what was it like for you? Like, did you feel starstruck when you saw him?
Of course, my heart was pounding when I see his cars just passing around. And, oh my gosh, it's Lenny. Yeah.
Wow. And when he came into the store and he's probably been to every single designer out there. And for him to come into your store, I mean, even though you've had some super celebrities come into your store, to have him come in and touch your materials,
oh my gosh, yes.
What did it feel like?
It feels like my dream come true. And he wants to wear the jackets that he really liked, and he wants to feel how it goes with his body, because the fitting is most important. So yeah, I had a little fix of his body type, and yeah, I'm gonna make a really nice piece for him.
Wow, well, I'm sure we can't wait to see that.
Okay. Great.
Now, with your work with the different pop stars, you've also worked with a lot of Korean pop stars too.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I used to work with 제국의 아이들 and also 소녀시대 and so many K-pop stars, and well, they helped me a lot in the Asia kind of field, because the Korean, what do you call it, K-wave? Korean
Hallyu. Korean
it's
wave.
Yes, it's really big, huge right now, and it actually some of friends from the States know the K-pop star right now. So I guess it's been a really great help to seeing my collection in the foreign countries.
That's wonderful. You've also worked together with Marilyn Manson, is that right?
Yes, he's my favorite, and he's actually my first foreign celebrist is work with.
Wow. I'd love to know how you got to meet him, how he was introduced to your clothes.
Oh my gosh, it's a long story.
We have time.
Okay. I was a huge fan of his music, and also his. I was really curious about the images that he creates, because he's very grotesque and very scary kind of looking. But I really wanted to know that where can you find this kind of beauty? I mean, from this darkness or even this like grotesque kind of thing. So, well, he came to Korea, I believe it's 2004, to have a concert here, and then I went to his hotel by myself with my clothes. Nobody was helping me to get through him.
Oh wow! So you just took a bag of your clothes?
Yes. And I went to hotel, and I left my clothes to the concierge desk, and just please give it to Manson. And well, somehow it got through, and just 5 minutes later he called. Who are you? I need to see you right away.
Wow!
So I just came to his hotel room, and he was just falling in love with my clothes, and he told me that I never seen a clothes with such a beautiful lining inside. And I mean, it starts from there, and we're just like great friends right now. So we're just like, it has been great friends, and he's just like my bridge to U.S. market. So he helped me a lot, and I'm also doing his clothes for the new world tour right now. So hopefully.
Whenever you go back to the States, do you have a chance to meet up with him?
Of course. I just met him a month ago in Tokyo.
When these people who you know are at the top of their game in music, and everyone sees what they're wearing, everyone wants to know, who are they wearing, and they say, Lee Ju-young, Resurrection. How does that make you feel?
Well, they are my heroes. When I was really young, I grew up listening to their music, and I grew up watching their arts and music videos, and it just became my dream come true. And it's really honored for me to make their clothes, and I feel really grateful and lucky.
Well, you also are a musician.
Yes,
isn't that right?
I was.
And you incorporate a lot of kind of rock and roll. You've also included some rock and roll in your fashion shows too.
Yes, the music.
But it comes from your background as a classical cellist, yes?
I studied classical music and I played cello. I started playing cello when I was in 5th grade, and I went to college and did the classical music, and I decided to go to fashion design after that.
And did you kind of continue doing both for a while, or did you just know you wanted to be a designer?
No, actually, study music and playing music, it helped me a lot to, I guess it's a foundation of what I'm doing right now. So I get a lot of inspiration from music, of course. And I guess fashion and music are really one big boundary. That I really think. So I guess I listen to music all the time. I listen to the classical music that I play with orchestra, or even we had this trip in Evian in France, and I always, listen to this classical music to reminiscence of my youth, I guess. Yeah.
Now, did you, as a child, ever feel pressured to play music?
Of course. It's classical music. You got to practice. You got to go to competition to. Yeah.
Wow.
It was really hard.
Now, did you pressure yourself? Were you pressured by family?
Well, it's both. I have to do, because it was U.S. and I was by myself, and I need to practice, I need to study, and you got to do it. So there's no choices for me back then.
And then you became very interested in design, and you went to Parsons to study design. What was that like for you?
Well, it was very different because music is you just play, and then my teacher is gonna hear it when I'm playing, and then he just, listen to my music, and then he criticized for it. But the fashion design was kind of different. It was all technical forms because I had to do the drapings, I have to make the pattern making, and I had to do how to sew and how to cut the fabrics and how to manufacture the clothing. So it was kind of different. It was just all technical terms.
And so do you feel that transition to becoming a designer was the best choice for you?
Oh, yes, I think so, because I knew that I will become a fashion designer when I play the music even.
Really?
Even though, yes, because I always lived in this fashion field because of my mom. All I remember was playing with the fabrics and also playing with the supermodels back then, the 80s and 70s. And I always watched my mom do sketches and also pick some fabrics. Yeah, I think it was in my gene.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I'd love to learn a little bit more about your mom later.
Okay.
Only a few short years following her debut, Lee Ju-young was able to establish herself as a staple designer in Seoul Fashion Week. Backstage, her dedicated staff is busy preparing everything down to the last detail. So this is what she has prepared for her spring collection. Her staff thoroughly inspects the entire line piece by piece, matching the accessories for each outfit. Time to dress the models, making sure everything is set up correctly to the last minute. Wow, do you see those shoes?
항상 열정적으로 쇼를 하시는 분이라서 저도 열정적으로 이제 워킹하고.
With the show soon to start, Lee Ju-young makes her final rounds, checking and double-checking. She seems nervous about something, hurriedly sending her staff off. A seasoned veteran like her can't possibly be nervous.
지금 너무 떨리고 불안해요. 지금 준비가 다 됐는지 아니면 또 지금 계속 점검하고 쇼하기 전까지 그 바로 전까지 계속 점검하고 헤어 메이크업 점검하고 있고.
Behind the scene, it's hectic to the last second, but up front, things seem to be coming together nicely. With the runway ready to go, it's time to send the models out for a test run. One by one, they strut down the runway, she and her stage director closely inspecting each as they pass. The scene outside, where fashion lovers wait patiently for Lee Ju-young's fashion show to begin. With so many people in line, it was easy to see how big her following is in Korea.
네, 설레고요. 항상 좀 독특한 디자인이나 좀 개성 넘치는 걸 많이 보여주셔서 이번에도 어떤 걸 보여주실지 기대가 많이 되네요.
And in no time, the seats are filled, her fans equally filled with excitement and curiosity. And as the resurrection sign is lit, the show begins. I'll let her clothes do the talking. Lee Ju-young watches closely through a monitor just behind stage, putting each model through a final inspection. And for this show, a special guest, Gil from Lisan. Even these Korean hip-hop legends are sporting Lee Ju-young's designs. And after all the frenzy backstage earlier, the show is wrapping up. I wonder what everyone thought.
되게 상당히 약간 어두우면서도 시크한 그런 이미지가 느껴졌고요.
그래서 뭐 제가 생각한 대로 의도는 간 것 같고요. 그리고 또 맨날 아쉬운 점이 많이 남지만 또 다음 시즌을 위해서 계속 준비해야죠.
An amazing collection and an amazing designer. Resurrection brings stunning menswear design back to life. It's easy to see why so many stars have fallen for Lee Ju-young's collection. I'd love to ask you about your time at Fashion Week, and we're very curious to hear the designer's perspective.
Okay. So
What was the concept, the theme?
for the concept for this season I was thinking about military uniforms to transform resurrection theme kind of theme. And I was thinking also this industrial army kind of theme. That's why I use lots of khakis and mixed with leathers and velvet and things like that. But this theme for the season is I really like this military kind of thing. So I guess I really like this collection.
Well, I think that it's gotten some really great reviews. I mean, you've shown your collection, 4 times already?
Oh my gosh, yes, yes.
Been a very busy lady.
It was New York Fashion Week in January, and then Seoul Fashion Week. And I had to show this private collection at the grand opening party, and also the Singapore Fashion Week week before.
Wow. I'd love to get a chance to see some of your outfits for the season.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, great. Wow, so these are your guys.
Yes, these are my guys. Well, these are my signature pieces for the collection, these 3 pieces. And
Awesome.
yeah, you can see these kind of uniform kind of looking military.
And it feels very soft, very nice. But it's so well crafted. That's really great. Wow. And what type of leather is this?
It's just lamb.
Lamb?
Lamb is very soft, so we use lots of lamb skins.
It must be hard to mix these 2 types of fabrics together, yeah, or materials.
I'm very good at mix and match things, so I always play with everything. So yeah, I love to play with different kind of materials.
Wow, it takes a very skillful hand to be able to do that. Wow.
For the next one, yes. You can see this is kind of muscle shape.
Oh yeah, it's like a built-in six-pack.
Yes, built-in six-packs. That's good.
Yeah, for those people in the audience who don't work out, they can just have this and have a six-pack.
This is like a showpiece. When I sell to the buyers, I cut the length, and then it becomes more like wearable and more sellable for the cardigans.
Okay. Wow, that is really sharp. Wow. And I love these as well.
These are my.
So it can really hurt you while you listen to music.
Right. You could just play with this.
Yeah,
And
you can't fall asleep like this or you'll hurt your shoulder.
Yeah, this is just like a little the accessories for the collection.
Okay. You know, and so many women have choices of so many different designers who cater for all different types of body shapes and
Right.
designs, but there's so little for men out
I
there.
know, yes.
And you're really helping to fill that niche.
Yes, I'm filling the little big spaces.
Yeah. Wow. And
I mean, these kind of items is unisex. So I have the same cardigans as this. I used to wear everywhere, and people would just ask me, "Where did you get it?" Oh, it's my design.
that's great.
Yeah, it's-
wow.
I mean, for this jacket, it's a unisex. You can,
I could totally see
yeah,
myself
yeah,
wearing
it's
something
just
like
a little
this.
coat.
Yeah. I love it. And who is our last gentleman here?
This is my favorite coat for
I
the
love it.
seasons. And I use this military coat, very long coat. The officer, they wear like really long coat. So I was inspired by that coat, and why not making with the leather sleeves? So I create this one.
Wow. If a military decided actually to hire you as their designer, they would be the
Wow.
most fashionable
I know, in the
military.
world. Fashionable military in the world.
So what was it that you were trying to communicate? What was your message with this last collection?
Well, I wanted to show some different way to present the uniforms, military uniforms, in different ways. That it could be very fashionable pieces. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you certainly have achieved that goal because any man who wears this, it would first he'd have to be very confident. I
Oh
think.
yeah, yeah.
Not
definitely.
anyone can wear this.
You have to have some kind of attitude to wear this.
And with that hat too. But this is so slick. I can see why a lot of stars would want to come and be dressed by you.
Thank you.
Wow, fantastic.
Thank you.
Xiong, thank you so much for showing me your new fall collection.
Sure.
It's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I can see why the superstars want to come and be dressed by you.
Thank you.
Well, now turning to kind of your inspiration for design, talk a little bit about your mother. Now, your mother is and was one of Korea's leading fashion designers.
Yes.
And I'd love for you to introduce to the audience and to the viewers a little bit about your mom, just in case they may not know.
Okay. My mom's Sul Yun-hyoung, and she's a women's wear designer, and also she's the first generation of Korean fashion, I could say. And she's like a pioneer of to make her clothes inspired by Korean traditional arts, and I got so much inspiration from my mom, and I love her.
Wow. Well, it's amazing that not only is she a designer, you too
Yes.
are a designer and a
Yes.
famous one at that, and talented. I imagine that growing up around your mother's design studio and the factory
Right.
influenced you too.
Of course. When I was young, I always played with supermodels in like 70s and 80s. And I played with fabrics and my mom's factory. And I always saw her working and sketching, So I guess it's in our gene or it's inheritance.
It must be. Well, I think I see your mother over there, and I'd love to invite her
Okay.
over.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요, 선생님. 반갑습니다. 와주셔서 너무
아유,
고맙습니다.
제가 영광입니다.
와, 이렇게 유명한 그 디자이너를
아니에요.
만나게 돼서 이렇게 저도 너무 반갑고요. 우리 시청자들은 아주 좋아할 겁니다.
네, 감사합니다.
근데 그 아주 오랜 경험에 유능한 정말 최초의 그 한국 디자이너로서 그 딸이 이렇게 디자이너인 것에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지.
처음에는 무척 반대했죠. 너무나 정말 쇼크를 너무 먹어가지고
정말요?
며칠 알았어요. 그런데 지금은 그렇지 않죠. 지금은 정말 뒤에서 여러 가지로 마음으로 기도로 후원자지만
네.
그 당시는 제가 막 그 첼로 소리만 들어도 막 전율을 느끼고 너무 좋아했는데
네.
갑자기 그리고 이 디자이너 길이 얼마나 험난하고 힘든 일인데 이것을 한다니까 너무 제가 반대했어요.
처음에 그 이제 첼로를 하시다가 그 디자이너가 되겠다라고 이렇게 마음 먹고 이렇게 말씀을 하셨을 때 어떻게 말씀을 하셨어요? 엄마 나 이제 첼로 안 해. 나 이거 할 거야. 라고 그렇게 하셨어요?
근데 좀 알고 계셨을지도 모르겠어요. 왜냐하면 계속 엄마가 하는 일을 계속 보고 자랐고 어렸을 때도 맨날 엄마 이렇게 회사 가서 놀고 또 공장에서 막 이렇게 그런 옷 만드는 것도 많이 보고 그리고 뭐 제가 그 콘서트를 할 때도 같이 엄마랑 디자인해서 옷을 만들기도 하고 그랬으니까 뭐 잘 모르겠네요.
완전 서프라이즈는 아니었겠네요.
네,
그러면.
아니 첼리스트는 였지만 자기 드레스 같은 건 자기가 디자인해서 입고 그때도 패션에 감각적이고 아주 대단했어요. 그래서 아우 저걸 죽여야 되는데
정말요?
아니 그 감각이 음악으로 가기를 원했죠. 저는 첼리스트의 영역을 더 굳게 하기를 원했는데 제가 오직 속상했으면 클래식을 안 들어요.
그럼 그 이후로는 클래식을 아예 안 들으세요? 그러면 예전에 뭐 첼로 하셨을 때 뭐 CD나 이렇게 판을 만들었을
맞죠. 그 유명한 오케스트라라고 하고 협연한 것도 있고 자기 개인 CD도 만들어놨고 그래서 뭐 조금은 그거 듣고 다니면 좀 위로가 되지만 이제 본인이 더 행복한 거죠. 패션하고 또 음악은 어떤 같은 맥락이니까 또 그 안에서 또 좋은 것을 찾아서 쇼 음악도 뭐 기발하게 하더라고요. 그래서
쇼 할 때마다 이렇게 참석을 하시죠?
그럼요. 저희 가장 큰 후원자지.
제가 보통 때는 옷을 보여주지도 않고 저도 안 가요. 자존심이 상해서.
뭐 자존심이야.
여러 가지로 왜 그러냐면 괜히 가서 어떤 옷을 했나 그러고 이렇게 피팅할 때 보면 좀 기분 나빠해요. 그래서 제가 다 피하죠. 그리고 쇼날 이제 전체적인 거 다 보고 아 저런 옷도 했구나.
네. 근데 분명히 그 어머님의 영향이 없었더라면
그럼요.
이 자리에 앉을 수 있었을까요?
아니요. 저희 엄마의 굉장히 그 큰 서포트하고 또 내가 그 엄마를 보면서 컸던 그런 시기가 없었더라면 제가 이렇게 되지는 않았을 거예요. 그리고 엄마가 언제나 보여주는 거, 나한테 살면서 보여주는 것도 많은 영향을 미쳤을 거고 또 그냥 내가 이렇게 디자인하는 거는 뭐 어디서 이렇게 나오는 게 아니라 내가 살았던 그런 삶에서 다 저는 이렇게 시작되는 거라고 생각하거든요. 그렇기 때문에 뭐 굉장히 제일 큰 많은 영향을 주신 거죠.
아니
저한테.
어릴 때부터 깐난이 때부터 옷 속에서 살았고 옷감만 보고 자랐고 뭐 디자인만 보고 자랐기 때문에 그거는 정말 본인한테 큰 이익이죠. 어떤 면에서.
그럼 아예 디자이너가 안 됐으면 그게 더 이상했을 뻔했겠네요.
그러니까 뭐 엄마가 집을 꾸미든가 아니면 내 옛날 생일 파티 때 이렇게 막 그 버스데이 케이크 같은 거 또 데코레이션 같은 거 또 집에서 모든 쓰는 그릇이나 뭐 그런 것도 다 저는 색감이 기억이 나요. 그래서 그런 게 저한테 많은 영향을 미쳤을 것 같아요. 내가 생각하기에도.
혹시 그 이제 물론 매일 따님을 보시지만 이렇게 정말 하고 싶은 말씀이 있으시면 한번 말씀을 해주시죠.
네. 아니 이제 뭐 딸로서도 그렇지만 이제 또 후배로서 디자이너의 후배로서 정말 이 길이 어려워요. 그래서 정말 노력해야 되고 열심히 살아야 되고 어떤 거 그냥 소홀히 해서는 안 되고 이 삶 자체가 이게 디자인이기 때문에 정말 삶을 충실하고 성실하게 살면 또 많은 여행을 통해서도 많은 걸 얻고 그러니까 정말 우리 딸이 행복하게 그 자기 일하는 것에 행복했으면 좋겠는데 본인이 디자인을 하면서 행복하니까 그 이상 저는 바랄 게 없고 또 이제 열심히 살아서 또 디자이너로서도 부족함이 없이 정말 잘 하기를 바라죠. 기도하고 제가.
네, 어머니 여기 와주신 것에 대해서 정말 감사를 드리고요.
정말 너무 감사합니다. 이렇게 불러주신 것도 너무 감사합니다. 영광입니다.
네.
First of all, I need to thank my mom, and I love her, of course. she provides me so many things, like so many support from her, and the backgrounds that I have. I feel very lucky, and it's endless thanking letters to my mom, and I don't have any chances to say I love you and I thank you.
So, do you design your own clothes?
Well, I really want to design my own clothes, but I don't have that much time in hands. But I shopped sometimes. Yes.
Mainly in Korea or abroad?
No. I love to go to like vintage shops in New York and London. And I do like flea market shopping.
Oh yeah.
So I love accessories. I love rings and bracelets and even necklaces. So yeah.
Wow. And I see that you're wearing all black, and you're known for wearing a lot of very dark colors, and your collection is mostly like black or very dark.
Yes.
Why is that?
Black is my favorite color, and also black has thousands of shades of black. It's all different, and even you can feel the different textures, and even if different shades. So I just love to playing with different blacks. It's not blacks; it's different blacks.
So black is just not black. There
No.
are like many different
Yes.
kinds. And is there a favorite type of material in black that you like?
I love to playing with leather, and I love to playing with knitwear, and sometimes it's laces, and it's really because I started as a women's wear designer. I think I have the privilege to mixture of different kind of fabrics that it's really hard to find menswear using different kind of materials. So I just experiment and work with and play with.
Is there a type of fabric that you will absolutely always
working with?
Always work with and never work with?
Okay. Always work with is leather and wool, but I never work with linen. It moves around. It's just really hard to create the shapes that I really like. It's really hard to work with, I think.
Do you think that you'll ever return to focusing on women's wear?
I don't know. I feel like I'm doing the menswear right now, but I don't know, probably later on.
Was there a real reason why you just kind of shifted more into menswear and out of women's wear? Were you?
Well,
did you have a lot of kind of diva
No,
women clients and you didn't want to deal with them anymore?
I do have a lot of requests to make women's wear, but right now I had to focus more on menswear because I need to known by a menswear designer right now, and I'm gonna add like a little bit more women's wear later on. So, yeah, hopefully.
Oh, wonderful. I have another question for
Okay.
you, Yun-hyoung. As a woman, you know, we all care about what we look like,
Yes,
right?
of course.
Everything, especially if you're a designer, you care about what you look like, how you're presented
Right.
to the world, and how you want your clients to feel in their clothes. Do you ever feel pressure to just perform and give the best? Do you ever feel like you're lacking?
Of course, I'm a human. Of course, some collections are very unsatisfied.
Like what?
Spring, summer. It's really hard to make spring, summer clothes. Because fall, winter, you could layer everything. You could layer a vest over a cardigan, or you have so many things to present. But the spring, summer is really hard because it's very light material, and also it's just a one shirt with one trouser, basically. So you have to show everything just for the one pieces. So yeah, spring, summer collection is always hard for me, but somehow I struggle to make a new pieces or even new theme. And yeah, always there's unsatisfied collection and satisfied collections, of course.
Now, when you make something like a piece that you're not happy with, what do
Right.
you do with that?
I never look at it. That's it. I never look at it.
Yeah.
You're done.
You just give it to like someone you really don't like.
Yeah, wherever. I mean, whatever. Just go away.
And what if, do you ever get into, like writers, for example, they get into a writer's block where they can't think of any new things to write. Do you ever have a designer's block?
Yes, of course. When I do the collections, I look at this one piece over thousands and thousands of times. I don't feel anything after all. Is this good or is this bad? I don't know, actually. So I guess that's the designer's block.
And then when you say that you don't know whether this is good or bad, do you take this and show this to someone?
No, I follow my feeling. I follow my guts. Yeah.
So there's no other person that you would go to and say, hey, is this
sometimes it's my mom because she has some different views. Yeah. But not mainly. I just follow my feeling.
Yeah. As you know, we have not only a lot of female viewers, we've got a lot of male viewers. And is there any kind of advice that you would give to our male viewers?
Yes, actually. You got to know your shape first. So you got to know what silhouette goes the best on your body. And also you got to experiment. You got to play with everything. Don't be afraid. Just, play with everything.
That's great advice.
Yeah, later on, then you can find the best pieces that you suit of.
And when you look into the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, what do you see creatively in your future?
Creatively. Well, I mean, just Resurrection become a great menswear house, menswear fashion house, and then I really want to show my collection abroad and show my pieces to every buyers as possible.
Great. And I also hear, a little birdie told me that you have a musical and a movie in store. What's that about?
First of all, I'm doing this musical called My Muse. It's about the story of a fashion designer, two gay couples' love story. I'm working as a creative director, so I do all the wardrobes and the visual things.
Not only are you a mother and a wife and a daughter and a designer,
well, this kind of work is my stress relief.
It
so,
is.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like a lot of work to do.
It is a lot of work, but it's very different from my collection. So yeah, let's have fun.
Wow. And it's called My Muse?
My Muse.
Wow, great. And movie project?
Yes, it's been postponed it yet, but it will start shooting hopefully in this summer. And it's called Kwambab. And it's about the sci-fi fantasy movie.
Okay.
So,
and you have a very famous star signed up.
Oh yeah, it's Mr. Sul Yun-hyoung who's starting. So please come and watch it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Thank you.
Well, Ji-young, it's been such a pleasure to meet you and talk with you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
it's
thank
my
you
pleasure.
so much.
Thanks.
And I know that our viewers will be so thrilled to have your new collection out, especially with the I Am Resurrection.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Okay.